In the headlines, 4 killed, 8 others abducted as bandits attack casino farmers. Appeal court affirms Fintiri's election as Adamawa governor. Trust TV wins television production award for 2023. On the foreign scene, Hamas Health Ministry says Israel strikes kill 110 in North Gaza. Hello and welcome to the Trust TV News Update at this hour. I'm Aisha Salihu. Many thanks for joining us. We begin with security update, where 4 people have been killed and 8 others abducted after bandits attacked farmers in Katsina State. The incident occurred in the Nahuta and Dansunsu communities of Batsari local government area of the state. An eyewitness said the bandits surrounded the area from Saturday evening when the farmers were busy working on their farmlands, shooting sporadically. The bandits reportedly operated until the early hours of Sunday. The spokesman of the Katsina Police Command has confirmed the incident on Monday. The police say it has successfully rescued 5 persons unhurt out of the 8 that were earlier kidnapped. Batsari is one of the frontline local government areas in Katsina State where banditry is on the increase. Now, residents of Zurmi town in Zurmi local government area of Zamfara state have cried out for help against persistent attacks by bandits on the village and its environs. The assailants had within the last 1 week invaded the town 4 times, killed 3 persons, abducted 16 others and burnt a police outpost and 2 military operational vehicles. Daily Trust learned that the attacks were led by 2 notorious bandits leaders, Sani Black and Sani Dankarami. On Saturday, the bandits attacked Nasawar Zurumi on the outskirts of Zurmi town, killed 1 person, abducted 3 others, and razed a police outpost. The attackers returned to the town around 9 p.m. on Monday, but residents alerted the soldiers who rushed to the area. 9 residents were said to have been kidnapped, while another person who resisted being abducted was killed. The bandits again returned to the town on Tuesday, but were engaged by the soldiers in a gun duel, which residents said lasted for 2.5 hours. Daily Trust regional editor Yushau Adamu gives an update.
The situation, we can describe it as terrible, especially from 9th of December to 13th of December, because the people of Zurmi have witnessed series of attacks from bandits, which many of them suspected that is a danger mission, especially by one of the terror leader. 2 terrorists carry out the attacks. That is Sani Black and the Sani Dankarami. Sani Black, it was alleged sometimes ago some soldiers have recovered large number of animals from his gang. And now he planned to attack the area so that he can recover what he lost to the soldiers. So he attacked first on the December 9th, he attacked one village called Nasarawa Zurmi. He killed 1 person there and abducted 3 people. They also burnt police outpost there. On Monday, he returned to the village. He directly invaded Azumi town, where he killed 1 person, or they killed 1 person and abducted 9. What surprises many people then was that they were able to enter the town without noticing from the residents. Until after they gain access to the town, then some of the residents realized that they have bandits among them. So they alerted soldiers. Unfortunately, they checked shield with locals within the town, some of them. They divided themselves into 2. So when the soldiers arrived, they only saw one portion of the bandits, and they chased them out of the town, not knowing that The remaining are within the locals. So after they left, they abducted 9 people and killed one. That is on Monday. On Tuesday, the other guy, Sani Dankarani, came with his men and trying to gain access into the village or town. Unfortunately or fortunately for the residents, the soldiers were ready for them. So they engaged them in gun battle for 2.5 hours. And they were able to chase them away from the area. So that is for the 3 days. Unfortunately, yesterday in the morning around 10 o'clock, these people returned to Zurmi again. And they abducted 4 female villagers who spent their nights in a nearby village. While they are coming to Zurmi, they were abducted. So the soldiers there, sincerely speaking, are really trying, but they need reinforcement. And from what the state government, the state government was saying, is that the governor has given directives to deploy more security personnel to the area. It is terrible, of course. It is terrible. In fact, some of them have started relocating to Gusau. Like 2 people I have spoken with, they have relocated to Gusau, and they are planning to evacuate their families from Zurmi to Gusau.
Parts of Zamfara State still battling banditry and kidnapping. Indeed, it's a development right there. Now, away from that, the Court of Appeal in Abuja has affirmed Ahmadu Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party as governor of Adamawa State after dismissing the appeal of Aishatu Binani of the All Progressives Congress for lacking merit. In the judgment prepared by Justice Tunde Awotoye and read by Justice Ebiowe Toby on Monday, the appellate court also awarded the cost of 500,000 naira in favor of Fintiri and the PDP against Binani. The appellate court frowned at the premature announcement of the election outcome by the resident electoral commissioner, Hudu Ari, adding that Binani's appeal was plagued by several demons. The court stressed in strong terms that the action of the resident electoral commissioner in announcing Binani as the winner was illegal and an action outside of that prescribed by law, as only the returning officer has such power. This judgment affirmed the decision of the tribunal on October 28, which dismissed the petition of Binani for failing to prove her allegations of overvoting by not tendering documents to prove her case, faulting the outcome of the election. Justice Donatus Okorowo of the Federal High Court in Abuja has barred the Independent National Electoral Commission from organizing by-elections to replace 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly whose seats were declared vacant. Justice Okorowo also barred the defendants in the case from interfering with the 27-member camp of the Rivers State House of Assembly from conducting their legislative duties as Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and members of the Parliament. The judge restrained the Inspector General of Police and the State Security Service from denying or refusing to provide security to the 27 lawmakers or withdrawing their security details. He subsequently adjourned the suit to December 28 for hearing. A group of the Rivers State House of Assembly led by Edison Ehie had last Wednesday declared vacant the seats of 27 lawmakers who defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. In the meantime, the Rivers State chapter of the All Progressives Congress has received 27 lawmakers who recently joined the party from the People's Democratic Party. They were received at a ceremony chaired by the Rivers APC caretaker chairman, Tony Okocha, at the Port Harcourt Polo Club. At the event, Okocha accused the Rivers State government of masterminding the arson of the Rivers State Assembly. The PDP had, in the wake of the defection, called on the Independent National Electoral Commission to declare the lawmaker's seat vacated, with the Fubara government demolishing the assembly complex owing to the fire incident. Governor Fubara subsequently presented the 2024 budget to the other lawmakers at the Government House in Port Harcourt. But Okocha claims the defectors can meet and make laws at any place, irrespective of PDP's call. The Independent National Electoral Commission said it is considering conducting by-elections and rerun elections across the country on Thursday, February 1, 2024, to fill existing vacancies in the state and federal legislature. The Commission's chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, disclosed this at a meeting with leaders of political parties to prepare for the elections. Professor Yakubu said at the end of litigation, the courts have ordered the Commission to conduct rerun elections in 34 federal and state constituencies made up of 1 in the Senate, 11 federal constituencies, and 22 state constituencies. In addition, he said the Commission will conduct by-elections to fill vacancies created as a result of resignation or death of members. He said that an authentic date for the election and a comprehensive timetable will be released at the end of the meeting with party leaders. Now, away from that and now to health matters, 6 children have been confirmed dead, while 50 others, including adults, are receiving treatment at Jukun community in Karim Lamido local government area of Taraba State over cholera outbreak. The outbreak, according to the locals, started on Thursday when the people from the area, especially children, started passing watery stool without immediate control. Confirming the development, the State Commissioner for Health, Bodia Buma, says the state government is working to control the spread out of the outbreak. The Director of Primary Healthcare of Karim Lamido local government area, Frederick Nyangaji, who confirmed the incident to journalists, said the outbreak occurred on December 14, 2023. The Vice Chairman of the Council, Musa Karim, who led a delegation to the affected community, told the media that about 30 children and adults were admitted on Thursday at the primary health care in the area, while 6 children died in the hospital. The Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria says no fewer than 3,963 teachers who sat for the November 2023 Diet of the Professional Qualifying Examination for teachers across the country failed the test. The examination is conducted by the TRCN to test the professional knowledge of those in the teaching profession. Speaking with journalists during an interactive session on Monday, the registrar of the TRCN, Professor Josiah Ajiboye, who gave the breakdown, said that the council will continue to work towards the improvement of the teaching profession in Nigeria. According to him, a total of 15,753 sat the examination in 38 centers across the country, with 10,636 passing successfully and 3,963 failing. Ajiboye also noted that other candidates were absent while others had results cancelled due to examination malpractices. Still on education, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has increased the registration fees for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination for 2024. In an official statement shared by JAMB, the updated registration fees are now 7,700 naira for UTME registration, inclusive of a mock examination, and 6,200 naira only for UTME registration without the mock examination. Before the recent adjustment, the cost of the JAMB form without a mock exam stood at 5,700 naira, and the application form inclusive of a mock exam was priced at 6,700 naira. The board also said the application documents for foreign candidates will now be available at $30. JAMB is expected to give a comprehensive breakdown of these fees when it unveils the registration details on or before January 15, 2024. In addition to UTME registration adjustments, JAMB has released information on the registration period for the sale of direct entry application documents in 2024. You're watching Trust TV News Update. Coming up. We'll take a look at how commuters breathe a sigh of relief as government subsidizes public transportation. Details of this story and more to come after the break. We'll be right back.
Are you interested in the latest news and developments in Nigerian politics, policy, governance and other critical national issues? Look no further than Daily Politics on Trust TV. Our panel of experts and key people in government provide in-depth analysis and commentary on the biggest stories in Nigerian politics.
And 33.3 million Nigerians are suffering from multidimensional poverty. It's a much calmer Buhari than the Buhari who was in the khaki uniform.
Naira to Naira X rate is higher anywhere in the world. The Naira is higher than dollar exchange rate. So you want to...
This central bank governor you're doing, you must do it fast. The number of casualties we have had, we shouldn't have had. Security, as far as Nigeria is concerned, we have wronged.
From the inner workings of government to the latest on legislation, rule of law, implementation and democracy, we have you covered. Don't miss out on the latest political news and discussion. Tune in to Daily Politics, weekdays on Trust TV, your source for reliable and unbiased coverage of Nigerian politics.
Hello and welcome to Creative Lounge on Trust TV. My name is Ahmed Mohammed Bello and I'm going to be taking you through my journey as an artist.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying. If you're just joining us, this is the news update on Trust Television. Now let's take a look at a recap of some of our top stories. We told you that 4 killed, 8 others abducted as bandits attack casino farmers. Appeal Court affirms Fintiri's election as Adamawa governor. Moving on to more stories. Trust TV's Gaza Yakubu has emerged the overall winner of the television production category of the 2023 Nigeria Media Merit Award. The event took place at the Musan Center in Lagos on Sunday, December 17th. Gaza was nominated for his documentary, Alleged Killer Doctor, alongside Trust TV's Aaron Asahel for his documentary, Through the Benue. Also nominated for the category was Onyi Sunday of Arise TV's Rising Food Price and a story of resilience in the place of difficulties. The general editor of Daily Trust, Hamza Idris, was nominated for the Dele Giwa Prize for Editor of the Year Award, which was won by Dayo Oketola of The Punch. Idris had last year emerged winner in the same award category, beg your pardon. Lami Sadiq of Daily Trust emerged first runner-up for the Olagunshoye Oyinlola Prize for Culture and Tourism Reporter of the Year, which was won by Justina Asishana of The Nation. Ujoha Tadaferiwa Onoseme of Daily Trust also emerged first runner-up for the NAFCON Prize for Environment Reporter, which was won by O'Neill Shola of The Nation.
The winner finally is Gaza Trust TV. Gaza.
Now, away from that, as the Yuletide season sets in, the recurring spike in the cost of transportation has hit Nigerians traveling for the holidays, a situation which has been further compounded by the removal of fuel subsidy. The hike is being curtailed in Benue as residents can now use subsidized public transport, which is affordable despite rising costs of fuel. Jimmy Azande has details of the story.
One of the sectors significantly hit by the removal of fuel subsidy is transportation. For months, millions of Nigerians have had to struggle with rising costs of living occasioned by the unpopular government policy. As part of measures to cushion its effect, the state government commissioned commuter buses to offer public transportation at affordable rate to ease movement for residents across the state.
Has reduced the transport, most especially the time fuel high, and it's a lot of the has reduced the level of this transport, especially around within Benue State. So for me, I think it's a welcome development. It's puts around the faces of this program of palliative is very, very good. We're enjoying it, especially with the young people.
And I really enjoy their transportation arrangements here because coming here, you have to book for tickets. I like the proper arrangements for their passengers, and the fact I got to know that it's just 14 passengers. So I think the passengers will be able to sit down comfortably, since the distance is far, and they will enjoy their stay inside the bus and enjoy when they get to their destination. So I think this place is better compared to my place.
This initiative has significantly cut down the cost of transportation fares by 100%, as routes that usually cost between 2,000 and 3,000 naira now go for between 1,000 and 1,500 naira. This development, although welcomed by the public, has disrupted the business of private transport operators who are losing their customers to the government.
Food given as a palliative is very good for the people of Benue State. They are enjoying it, and the price is very cheap. So, issue of fuel, we don't go outside to look for fuel. There's also fuel in our terminal here. We buy it very easy and take off to our destination where we are going. So it's very easy for us to operate nationwide.
The timing of the impact of this transportation palliative appears perfect, as most travelers will breathe a sigh of relief despite the overall inflation on goods and services. For the beneficiaries, it is one problem they don't have to deal with. Jimmy Azandi, Trust TV News, Makurdi.
A commendable one right there for Governor Hyacinth Alia of Benue State. Now away from Nigeria, the Health Ministry in Hamas-run Gaza on Monday said at least 110 Palestinians had been killed since the previous day in Israeli strikes on a northern part of the territory. In a brief statement, the ministry said there were 50 martyrs in occupation strikes on houses in Jabalia, bringing to 110 the number of deaths in the area since Sunday. On Friday, the ministry said at least 18,800 people had been killed since Israel launched its retaliatory offensive in Gaza following Hamas's shock attacks of October 7. The group Human Rights Watch on Monday accused the Israeli government of intentionally starving civilians in Gaza as part of its offensive in the besieged Palestinian territory. The Israeli government hit back at HRW, accusing it of being an anti-Semitic and anti-Israeli organization following months of fierce bombardment and fighting. Most of Gaza's population has been displaced and people are grappling with shortages of food, water, fuel, and medicines. Still on the foreign scene, Thai soldiers killed 15 suspected drug smugglers in a shootout in a remote northern district near Myanmar border, according to an army official on Monday. The clash on Saturday evening took place in Chiang Rai Province's Mae Fah Luang district, close to the Golden Triangle where Thailand, Myanmar and Laos meet, which has long been a hub for smuggling. After the clash, officers found 17 bags containing more than 2 million amphetamine tablets, the army official told AFP. Myanmar is a major producer of illegal amphetamines, many of which are shipped through Thailand and Laos. Myanmar has been in chaos and its economy crippled since a military coup in February 2021, but synthetic drug production in troubled Shan state was already booming before the push. Deadly shootouts between military patrols and drug smugglers are not uncommon in the hilly jungle areas along Thailand's northern border with Myanmar. In sports, Nigeria's Eniola Bolaji has continued her dominance in para-badminton by qualifying for the Paralympics in Paris next year. Eniola won the gold medal in women's single at 5th Pazar Dubai Para-Badminton International 2023 by defeating women's world number 5, 3 and 1 in the women's singles of the SL3 category of the championship. Bolaji, who created a stir, winning the Spanish Open Para-Badminton International on her first international debut in 2021, has been unbeaten in 2023, winning the Uganda International 2023 before clinching 3 gold medals at the Africa Para-Badminton Championships in Kampala, Uganda. At the quarterfinal, Bolaji beat Manasi Joshi, also from India, 21-13, 21-11, to secure a berth in the semi-final of the category. There she prevailed on Zhouxian Xiao from China, 21-13, 20-22, 21-15 to book her place into the final. This success recorded by Eniola has also qualified her for the Paralympics in Paris next year. While commending the strings of achievements recorded by the player, the president of Badminton Federation of Nigeria, Francis Obi, said given the determination and willpower of the athletes, it did not come as a surprise that she won. The UEFA Champions League round of 16 draws have been conducted with exciting fixtures lined up in the league. In the draws, Super Eagles of Nigeria striker and his Napoli team will take on Barcelona, while defending champions Manchester City will square up against Danish side Copenhagen. Arsenal will play FC Porto of Portugal as last season finalist Inter Milan entertains Athletic Madrid. In the other fixtures, PSG face Real Sociedad, while 14-time champions Real Madrid will lock horns with RB Leipzig as Lazio battle Bayern Munich and PSV take on Borussia Dortmund. Meanwhile, the first legs of the encounter are billed for 13th to 14th and 20th to 21st of February 2024, with the second leg set for 5th to 6th and 12th to 13th March 2024. And with that, we've come to the end of the news update at this hour. Do not forget to follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thanks for your time.